Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. Now for today's video, we're going to be discussing another carnivore on InGen's list. A dinosaur that is unfortunately yet to be featured in any installment in the Jurassic World film series. This predator is one of 3 known Spinosaurids that we have confirmation of being cloned in the canon of the franchise, and its history with the genetics company dates back further than what many are probably aware of. This is one of the creatures that terrorized the waters of the early Cretaceous. The animal paleontologists have named the crocodile mimic. Suchomimus was a member of the Spinosauridae family and was discovered in the Erlas Formation in 1997. Named by Paul Sereno just 1 year later, Suchomimus was described early on as being an impressive and powerfully built animal with strong arms and a low dorsal sail running along its back. The theropod gets its name from the long narrow skull that sits atop its short neck, which is far more reminiscent of fish-eating crocodiles than your typical giant carnivorous dinosaur. It shares this classification with one of its closest relatives, the Baryonyx. In fact, this dinosaur is so closely related to Baryonyx that some paleontologists have entertained the idea that this predator may well have been just an African version of that English-born animal. Now, Suchomimus' reign in Africa was approximately 125 to 112 million years ago, and its habitat more than likely consisted of tropical temperatures and a good amount of floodplains. Due to the fact that the dinosaur's upper jaw comes complete with a noticeable kink, and the fact that the curved part of the maxilla has the longest teeth in its mouth, scientists suggest that the animal was adapted for hunting its fair share of fish. The giant claws on both of Suchomimus' thumbs are also believed to have been used in fishing behavior as well. The holotype specimen for this dinosaur was around 9.5 to 11 meters long, and it's believed to have weighed anywhere from 2.8 to 5.7 short tons, although paleontologists admit that the initial specimen may not have been fully grown. Interesting differences between the Suchomimus and the other members of the Spinosauridae family like Baryonyx are the animal's unusually long neural spines which extend upwards in its vertebrae. Although these spines are far smaller to something like the considerably larger Spinosaurus, they actually extend further down the back than what is seen in the other African theropod. Taking residence in what is now recognized as Niger, Suchomimus would have lived alongside other animals like pterosaurs, crocodilians, hybodont sharks, and even Ouranosaurus. Unfortunately, this animal would slowly slip into extinction, but luckily enough, fossilized remains of the dinosaur genetic code would be found trapped in amber several million years later. After extracting what they could, InGen scientists would begin to reassemble its code by incorporating a good bit of amphibian DNA, and they'd successfully create their very own genetically engineered Sucho. Jurassic Park Suchomimus was discovered to be on InGen's leaked list that was dated for 1993, but their status in the genetics company was actually inactive, meaning that the dinosaur was never really cloned on Site B or Isla Nublar before Nedry's infamous sabotage shut down Hammond's dream. In the Jurassic Park universe, Suchomimus was discovered a good while before it was unearthed in our real world, and the genetics company was actually extremely close to finishing up the creature's genome with 75% of its DNA already mapped and formulated. In 2001, Billy Brennan even states that he believed the culprit that attacked his associate's plane could have been an InGen-cloned Sucho. However, this predator would later be recognized as the much larger Spinosaurus aegypticus. While living in captivity during the creature's stay in Jurassic World, these dinosaurs were actually kept together with their close relatives, Baryonyx. Metriacanthosaurus and a good amount of herbivores were also known to have lived inside of the same exhibit. As of now, we've yet to see an on-screen physical appearance of this fish-eating carnivore from the early Cretaceous. However, numerous depictions of the animal in various promotional material from Masrani Global depict this creature as being blue in coloration and possessing a good deal of yellow spots spread all across its body. It's unclear as to whether or not the risks of the actual clone are pronated, but for now we can expect them to be, seeing as how this is the trend with all of InGen's created carnivores. Whether or not the skull was created with any level of shrink wrapping is also yet to be determined. Personally, I would love to see this dinosaur in the flesh in the next installment of the franchise, especially if it's given the same physical appearance that we've seen it in for the past 3 years. But what do you guys think about the Suchomimus? Is this a dinosaur you'd like to see explored more in the future, or are you of the opinion that the Spinosaurus and Baryonyx are more than enough of the crocodilian mimicking dinos for the Jurassic series to indulge? Whatever your thoughts and opinions may be, I'd love to hear them in the comments down below. Now before I go, I want to thank all of my game wardens, as well as all of my InGen executives. I'd also like to thank my park workers and InGen hunters as well. Words can't really express how awesome it is to have you guys tell me how much you enjoy the stuff I do, and I seriously am extremely thankful for everything that you guys do to show support. It honestly means the world. Now I'd like to thank you all for watching this video, and hope that you all enjoyed today's content. If you feel like I deserve it, I'd appreciate the like and hope that you'll consider subscribing if you're interested in hearing from me again. I'll see you all in the next video, guys, and as always, take it easy.